So after judging the light rides and the basic rides, I think this talk will help you guys the most. So if you are having issues with your horse's head being in the air, maybe even feeling like you need a tie down at times, or your comments always say it's heavy on the forehand, or your comments always say needs more engagement, this is the video to watch. So our horses tend to do with their body what we do. So I'm going to start with this simple little demonstration. If your horse's back is down, see how my butt is kind of up, my back is low, my weight is on my forehand, and my head is up. So the biggest factor in the way your horse carries yourself is your seat and your body position. So if your back is hollow, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, your horse's back is going to be hollow. They're going to be heavy on the forehand. And you'll also notice that the hind feet kind of tend to end up out like this, okay? And my head is up. Then if I try to do something like a pivot, see how I kind of like struggle, muddle through that? Or if I'm trying to back, see how my hands kind of have to push because I'm all strung out. So that's what's happening for a lot of you. And so in just a moment, I'll show you how to change that. Now, for a horse to be collected, the back has to come up. When my back is up, notice that my front feet and my back feet become closer together and my head drops. And what happens is some of my weight comes back over my haunches. Now my horse is ready to do things. It has its feet underneath, and now I can very easily move my front end around. I can do athletic things, and I can be responsive. So now I'll kind of show you what you need to be able to do to change that. Okay, so I just kind of showed you what the horse does when it's hollowed out or when its back is up and collected and kind of the differences. So now I kind of want to show you how us as riders affect that horse, because a horse does what we do. So if my back is hollowed out like this, my horse is going to end up hollowed out. If my back is soft and my spine is going this way, my horse is going to end up collected. So let me show you kind of the difference here. So if my heels, and granted this barrel isn't very high, but if my heels are under my hips and my shoulders are above my hips, my belly button is a little bit to the spine, and I can feel my seat bones on this barrel, okay? This is where I should be sitting. My legs are relaxed, and this gives me like that core to where I can move my hands freely, I can move my legs freely, I can turn and look with my head, and my body stays stable. If you were trotting, I can let myself go from side to side, and I'll stay sitting in the saddle. But some of the things I see, very like common mistakes, one of them is the chair, okay? I see people riding their horse as if they're sitting in a chair, okay? So now this just plops all that weight on their back. Then if you accompany that with rocking forward with your pelvis, and now your back is hollowed out, as that horse moves, especially when they trot, you guys are just pounding on their backs. Their head comes up, their back hollows out because they're like, ouch, this doesn't work for me. And then you start getting comments about tension, more engagement, heavy on the forehand. Okay, another thing I see is maybe your legs are here, but you really just rock forward on your crotch, and then your back, I'm trying to exaggerate, kind of does this, because then you still are trying to keep your chest up and your chin up. Okay, so then this is another situation where if they start trotting or something, you're just going to pound. Okay, because when my spine is like this, it can't flex. It's just okay, and you're just pounding and you're bouncing. You got to roll it back so you can feel your seat bones. If you sit on a wood chair, a picnic table, something like that, get so you can feel the seat bones. Bring your pelvis back. Bring your belly button to your spine. Now my spine is like this, and see how my spine is now a shock absorber. Okay, so it's not gonna, as my horse moves, I can move with it. Whereas like this, I just pound into it. So I'm gonna be here. Other thing you want to think about is keep your legs relaxed. Okay, so they're relaxed. Your feet are laying on your stirrups. Your stirrups are for balance. You don't need to push real hard into them. Just lay your feet there. That will help your stirrups stay more underneath of you and relax your legs. So then your weight can be in your seat bones and then also distribute through your thighs, and it's going to be much more comfortable with your horse. But if your horse is a circular or a triangle object, the more you squeeze, see how my legs come up? If I squeeze real hard, whoop, I just push myself up out of the saddle. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope you can work on that this month, and I can't wait to see your next set of videos.